Namaste everyone and welcome. So here we are Friday for emotional healing. And before we start, let's ask for a blessing, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokha, mahaguja, mailing, we thank you for divine light, divine love, divine guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, so, some of you are wondering, hey, how come we're doing healing on anger again? Well, maybe none of you have it, but the ones who do, we're addressing you. That's one of those things where if you watch people, it's interesting that you get to see how miserable they are because they don't want to forgive, they don't want to let go. And it just so happened that I was reading this Chinese proverb book, and it says, the worst prison is one made of the heart. Of course, it doesn't mean your physical heart, but it's a metaphor. Heart means your emotions. So the worst prison is one made of the heart. In other words, as we always said, we create our own happiness, our own misery. If you're going to expect people to be perfect, well, first of all, ask yourself, are you perfect? And second, if you're going to expect people to be perfect, to always live up to your expectations, guaranteed misery. You haven't figured that out yet? Well, go suffer a few more lifetimes and you'll figure it out. Or you can just simply listen and say, well, nobody's perfect. Just like I mess up, I screw up, so do other people. Forgive, let go, move on. But some people can't. They nitpick on everything. So they're miserable and they blame that person for being miserable. Okay, well, guess what? So if that person doesn't change, you'll be miserable for the rest of your life. Good luck to you. Sometimes people need to hear that because otherwise they just like to think, well, I'm justified. Yeah, you're justified, but you're also killing yourself. I mean, well, what is there to think about? Sometimes the emotional body gets so crazy that you justify your anger. True. But then again, in the end, if you look at the big picture, who benefited? No, nobody. And here's another quote, which I think is also related. Solitude is enjoyed only when one is at peace with oneself. Solitude is enjoyed only when one is at peace with oneself. I'm sharing that with you because the two are connected. In other words, people say, yeah, I'll just go be by myself, because I can't expect other people, people are always bad, people are this, the news is that, in other words, you keep blaming outside. So even if you're alone in the Himalayas and Mount, whatever holy mountain, you sit in your ass there trying to meditate, it's not going to go anywhere because you're not at peace with yourself. In other words, you keep blaming the problem on someone else. It's always someone's fault. We go back to the same premise. The only one you can control is yourself, not others. In other words, you and I can only regulate our response to other people. I know that sounds very cerebral, very mental. You're not taking into account how I feel. Where's that gotten you? Where's that gotten you? You're still miserable, aren't you? No? Apparently your technique doesn't work. You want to insist on it? Go suffer some more. You're too harsh. Well, that's the reality of it. It's either you change something or you don't. You can't handle it? Good luck. It's just the way it is. I've told you this story many, many times. When I went to Bhutan, my cell phone doesn't work. I was traveling with one of the royal guards as an escort. He was taking me to holy places and all that. And he told me, we have yogis, masters, monks, shamans, and teachers, and holy men, holy women come through Bhutan. And all of them pretty much say the same thing. Your ability to spiritually develop is dependent on your ability to forgive and let go. Because you cannot control what happens outside. You cannot control what people do. The only thing you can really control is yourself and how you respond to them. Pretty much that's the same thing everybody says, just in different ways. And so when a person has a lot of suppressed anger or repressed anger, a lot of it has to do with what? We're not letting go. We're angry, we're upset. This person keeps disappointing us. Well, okay. So if that doesn't change, you suffer. Well, it's their person's fault. True. I'm not going to argue. So what are you going to do? that person hasn't changed, or it's taking a long time for he or she to change, so you just can suffer forever. Well, that's a choice. Or there's an alternative. Realize external circumstances are not within your control. People will be people. They'll have their tendencies. They have their ideas, their feelings, and whatever. Their actions are not going to be always aligned with yours. You just accept it as it is. You do your best. You talk to them. You try to help them, change them, but don't hold your breath. In other words, don't let your happiness be dependent on them. Because if that's the case, I don't care how many excuses you give to yourself, you go back to the same conclusion. I'm the only one who can deal with this. I can't, then I suffer. So you're going to hit a road with a fork road. You let things continue. You don't forgive, you don't let go, you don't change your mindset, and you keep suffering for a while. Or you can say, all right, it's not going to be a perfect road, but on this road, I forgive, I let go, I bless that person. Hopefully that person improves, or they improve, or their circumstances improve. Otherwise, not much I can do with it. I just continue on with my life, learn from my mistakes, and move on. Try to be a better person. Those are the only two choices. You haven't figured it out yet? Well, you will at one point. Because once you hit that wall, those are the only routes. Either keep suffering or change your attitude. And so the good news is, when we incorporate meditation and healing, when you're meditating, you're pulling yourself outside of these emotions and thoughts. Remember, the emotional body, just like the physical body, is like clothing that you wear. Your emotions, your thoughts are clothing that you wear. The soul is the one wearing them. So just imagine temporarily pulling yourself out of it, observe the body, observe the emotions and thoughts, and have a realization again. I know you're probably so tired of hearing me saying this for the last who knows how long you've been with me. These are not the I. These emotions, these thoughts, this body is not the I. I use them. Based on what's going on outside, I use them to respond to the outside. Somebody insults me, right? My physical body, the ear hears it. The eyes see it. The emotional body gets stirred up by it. Certain thoughts go into the mind. And then from there, the soul, if it's in control, will say, okay, the body, don't respond. The emotional body, the mental body, keep calm. The mental body says, okay, if I scream and yell back at this person, it's just going to escalate. Okay, that's not the right thing to do. Do this instead. Be quiet, let the person finish, calm them down, use a nice tone, whatever. In other words, you're directing the whole thing. Or, this is what most people do. The person insults you, the soul's not even involved. The soul's kind of watching. And the emotional body gets triggered. The mind starts thinking of things to insult the person with. And the mouth starts yakking and starts shooting. And before you know it, big old explosion. Sounds familiar? So the benefit of meditation is it allows you to at least, even for a few seconds, step back, assess, right thing to do, wrong thing to do. How do we de-escalate this? How do we prevent this from getting worse? What's the best way to do it? Okay, here are the words that needs to be said. Here are the feelings. I know what you guys are thinking. Yeah, but you don't understand. The person I'm talking about, he or she is abusive. He or she is this and that. So then you have to make a choice. That's the bottom line. You tell me about this. Yeah, but you don't understand. Well, what are you looking for? Sympathy? Not getting it from me. Because I don't know you. I'll say, okay, hope things get better. That's the best you can hear from me. But if you're going to emotionally vomit and tell me all this, I wouldn't know what to do with it other than, well, you do what you need to do. If you need to go to a counselor and this and that. But as far as the spiritual self is concerned, how long you suffer is dependent on your soul's response using your body, your emotions, and thought towards that situation. Isn't it? That's why when people say, oh, I can't help it, people made me do this. Nobody made you do anything. They might push you, right? They'll push you. They push you to the limits until you, okay, well, then either you deal with it or you pull yourself out of that situation so they don't push you. I mean, you have to look at it in a way that it's a situation. Okay. Some of you don't know what I'm talking about. It is these are circumstances. This is a situation. These are phenomena. See, when I'm saying that, I am looking at it outside of me. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm looking at it outside of me. The minute you own it, you're screwed. That means the anger, the resentment, all the thoughts, and it's consuming you. And before you know it, you say things that you regret. You have negative thoughts and bad thoughts that keep unraveling and jumping from one thing to the other, and since you're angry, guess what? Like qualities attract. So the angrier you get, the more angry entity, elementals you attract from the environment. Before you know it, you're crazy. You do crazy things. And then they go, I can't believe, I don't know what took over me. I should not have slapped them. I should not have done this. I should not have. Get the idea? Like qualities attract. So if you don't stop it at the onset, okay, wait. Let me observe this situation here. What is happening? What is the right thing to say? What is the wrong thing to say? What the wrong thing to do? What is the right thing to do? In other words, you're observing the whole thing while it's happening. You cannot do that if you're swimming in it. That is the power of spiritual practice. That is the power of spiritual practice. Without the spiritual practice, as in going back to who you are, a spiritual being, using the body, the emotions, and thoughts as instruments to traverse, to function in this earthly life, guess what? The body, the emotions, the thoughts take over. And when they take over, it's already in a heightened state of those negative emotions responding to the situation. They respond just like you have muscle movement, muscle memory. There's certain emotional, mental memory because of the old anger, trauma, whatever it is, and it takes over. They take over. Well, you saw what happened last time. How could it be different now? If there was an explosion last time, how could it be different now? The same circumstances around. Your response is the same as the last time when it exploded. How could it suddenly be different now? That makes sense. Of course it makes sense. The question is, what are you going to do about it? It makes sense. So you're going to keep suffering? You're going to keep swimming in the mud? Freestyle, backstroke, butterfly. That's what people do. They swim in the mud. And they justify the pain because of how bad the other person is. If that person is a bad person or doing something that's hurting you, so it's causing you to be angry, so you're justifying your anger because they're bad people, so you should get angry and you should suffer. How much sense does that make? What universe do you live in? It doesn't make sense. Would it make more sense like, okay, this person's pissed off, he's angry, he or she is doing these things for, they're bad people, whatever. So why should I jump in and swim with them? Shouldn't I just be pull myself out of it? Makes sense, right? It's just like somebody's swimming in the mud and you don't like that person, you go, let me join you. What universe do they live in? But you can't do that if there's no awareness of who is supposed to be in control. The soul. I. Look, if everybody is a saint, if it is that easy, you won't have all this chaos in the world. True? Not true. If everybody can control their body, their emotions and thoughts, you won't be having these problems. That's why the more people we spiritualize, the more people we bring back to the spiritual path, That is the only salvation this universe, this world will have. Because as long as people are swimming in their emotions, their thoughts, their bodies, and using those or having them control their life, well, they'll never be boring. They'll always have drama. Up, down, up, down. Things are great. Things plunge. Things are great. Things plunge. Not a boring day. Inner peace. People are going to say, what's that? The only way you'll have inner peace, the only way that you'll forgive, let go, is if you go back to spirit. We are spiritual beings having this earthly experience. Everything, write this down, everything is happening outside the soul. Everything. Every thought, every emotion, every joy, every anger, every happiness, everything is happening outside of the I. Intellectually, cerebrally, you understand that. Right? It's now a matter of application. And the way you do it is, you do it step by step. First, you do meditation like meditation, twin hearts, the I am meditation, great invocation, whatever meditation. Not just, I'm going to sit here and meditate on that flower. That might work. But for it to purify, release a lot of emotional crap from the past, it'll take a while. That's why when people say, I'm going to meditate. What kind of meditation? Oh, I'm going to meditate on the fresh air in the mountains. That's good. They'll help relax you, maybe release stress a little bit. That works. But if you have a ginormous amount of crap sitting on your front back solar plexus, it'll take a while. You might be out there in the field for a few months. Make sense? So if you want to get rid of something that much, you need stronger energy. You can't do it with a little faucet. You need a waterfall or fire hose, whatever. And that's why when you do meditation, twin hearts, as you're blessing the earth, allowing yourself to be an instrument and channel to bless Mother Earth with peace, with love, with joy, with healing, with forgiveness, two things are happening. As you allow yourself to be the channel. Channel means what? It's flowing through you, not from you. Big difference. As you allow the blessings to flow through you, the energy flowing through you is so much because you're trying to bless the earth, not one guy. That you say, could you give me enough energy to bless the entire earth? The guys up there are going to go, you realize there are trillions of beings. You go, I know. You realize your pipeline is tiny. I know. But bring it on. Say, okay. So what happens? So much energy comes down. Some of you have a slight, stretching or headache or whatever. That's because your crown chakra is going like this. And the pipeline is doing what? In order to what? Accommodate all that energy. So, number one, you're increasing your spiritual connection right there and then. Number two, guess what's happening? In order for that energy to flow through you, all your outer channels have to be enlarged. And as they are enlarged, whatever crap is sitting on the walls of those pipes are also being pushed out. Number three, there's one more. Since you're blessing the earth with peace and with love, that peace and loving energy is flowing through your channels and the particles of your aura. So part of that energy is also changing the particles of our energy field. So by the time you're done with the meditation, you got three things out of it. Your pipeline got increased, so your spiritual connection instantly gets better. Your emotional, mental, and etheric junk is flushed out, leaving you with number three, a bigger channel so that you can bless more, you can heal more, you can serve others more. And next time you do more meditation, more energy can flow through. The whole thing compounds. Don't you notice after meditation, whoever you're pissed off with, whoever you're angry with, is like, whatever, it is what it is. We'll deal with it. What changed? What changes? You got cleaned out. The old energy got replaced, and the I, the spiritual self, is now in control. That's that. Now, if after that explanation you say, I'm going to keep my anger, well, you better go find another teacher. Because That's what I'm going to say for the next 20, 30 incarnations. So you don't like to hear it? Don't stick around. Because that's the way I was taught. You don't give in to your body, your emotions, and thoughts. You control them, not the other way around. Of course, now and then, my body loves ice cream. Okay, you can have some. Half a gallon, a little too much. Okay, a quarter of a gallon. But then, okay, you body, I'm going to enjoy it. You're going to let you enjoy that. But the following day, haul your ass to the gym, burn it off. We have a deal. That's what I do. I enjoy life. I enjoy this stuff. And I just make sure I have a backup plan. That's it. The soul is constantly in control. Now, does the soul lose control? Oh, yeah. I have my share of screw-ups. Yeah, if I put an inventory, I'll sit there and get depressed. Go, oh, I can't believe I messed up. But you know what? I look at them. I have not learned this. I've not learned this. Okay, I'll try to fix this one. At least I'm at peace with myself. I know my screw-ups. I know my weaknesses. I know my strengths. So if I go into solitude meditation by myself, the only thing I have to do is I get bored. Like a few weeks ago, I sat out on the beach. It's beautiful, right? Sat down, look at people, look at the fresh air. After about 30, 40 minutes, I go, okay, enough of this. I'm bored. But not because I'm angry or pissed. I'm just bored. You're just like, okay, the waves are moving. The sun is shining. You got air. You got people walking around. It's like, okay, good enough. But that's the way. That's my emotional mental makeup. My emotional mental body gets bored. So I just okay, let me go find something. I'll go and read a book. Plan more lectures that I can share with you guys. Okay, then I'm a happy dude. Do you get my point? Now, if I'm holding a lot of anger and resentment and really pissed off with whatever, even if I sat there, the minute I just kind of look at the sun, the air, whatever, that means I'm not focusing. That stuff comes to the surface. Makes sense? That's why some of you, I can't meditate because, when I just try to be still, all that old crap comes up. Exactly. You know why? It's because if you not first have a realization within you that these are things that are not of you but made by you, they'll keep creeping up. So anyway, this sounds like a Sunday school lecture. So I hope you guys don't mind. Because if I just say, oh, healing anger, you guys go, yeah, I'm pissed off with these people are bad people, so heal me. Then it's just like my teacher says, you keep putting out the fire, but you never caught the arsonist. You're not going to like what I have to say, but that's why you can say, what am I choosing to do? If you just keep asking that question, you start noticing that the emotional bite and the drama start to decrease. And when that decreases, over a period of time, you're training, we talk about this, your horses. The body, the emotion, thoughts. You, the soul, are controlling the horses. At some point, the horses learn. They get trained. So you can loosen up on the reins and they will go where they need to. If they're new, they're a bunch of wild horses want to go everywhere. So most likely the person you're upset with, the people who have hurt you, yep, they have wild horses they have yet to tame. So if you go down to their level, you basically let your horses do whatever you want. No, the horses will have a party, but you'll suffer. That is that. Shall we meditate? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokha Sui Mahaguja Mailing, we thank you for divine light, love, guidance, help, healing, protection. Thank you for purifying our heart, our mind, our soul. Thank you for blessing us with peace and love, with joy, the ability to forgive and let go. Thank you for blessing us with a sense of oneness, sense of responsibility to help others. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right. So put your hand like this. Tap your crown. I am that. I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotion. I'm not the thoughts. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am that. That am I. I'm the mover of the body, the creator of the feelings, creator of the thoughts. That is the I. That's my true nature. I am connected and one to my higher soul. I am connected to the divine spark, the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God, meaning all of us are growing and evolving. I am one with God, I am one with all. There is only oneness. And so it is. Open your hands in blessing. Visualize the earth in front of you. You say, we are one. Be aware of your heart. Be aware of your hands. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Lord, make me an instrument, a channel of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, within me, in my family, my work, the city I live in, the state, the country, anywhere in the world, let me sow God's unconditional love. Unconditional love. Love without expectations. Where there is injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Just repeat after me. To whoever I've hurt, in however way I've hurt you, at any time, this or previous ones. I'm very sorry. I've learned from my mistakes. I humbly ask for your forgiveness. Thank you for forgiving me. And I also forgive myself. To all who have hurt me, we are all children of God. We are all growing and evolving. And evolution involves time, process, and lots of mistakes. I've learned from mine, so can you. To all who have hurt me, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. And may you be blessed with inner peace and inner healing. May you be blessed with spiritual growth, with spiritual oneness, joy and happiness. So be it. I release you. I'll keep filling the earth with beautiful pink light. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Just recall people who are going through tough times these days. There's still a lot of people sick and dying in India, in Brazil, in other parts of the world. There's Colombia, Venezuela, the Middle East. Different parts of the world are going through many, many challenges. Energetically, let's bless them with peace, with love, with healing, with hope and with faith for a better tomorrow. So be it. And physically, let's give money, let's give support to them materially so they can be alleviated of their suffering. Bless them with hope and with faith and a better tomorrow. So be it. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. Darkness is the ignorance of one's true nature, a being of light. Bless every person, every being with spiritual enlightenment. So be it. And where there is sadness, let me sow a tremendous amount of joy. Be aware of your heart in your hands. Just bless every person, every being, especially the ones who have hurt you, especially the ones that you don't get along with. Flood them with waves of love, with kindness, with forgiveness. Let that love spread throughout the entire earth, blessing every person, every being, with hope, with faith, with light and joy. So be it. So be it, and so it is. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale and stay there. Just be aware of your crown. Be still. Our souls are one. Our spirits are one. There's only oneness. Be aware of your crown in your hands. Fill the earth with golden light. First, fill your family with golden light. The people you work with. Let it expand to the city, state, province, country, to the surrounding areas. Let it spread throughout the entire earth. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being. May every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace and inner healing. Let all be blessed with great joy, with happiness. So be it. May all be blessed, without exception. So be it. Remember, you and I are just the channels and the pipelines. Let it flow through. So be it. Now be aware of your heart. Be aware of your crown. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Imagine brilliant light pouring out of our hands, filling the earth. Flood the earth with even brighter golden light. And repeat after me. From the center of the heart of God, through my spirit, through my soul, through my entire being. May every person, every being in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let all beings in every dimension, every direction be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. All of them. May all beings be blessed. All means all. Higher beings, lower beings, entities, energies, may all be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. May all be blessed with peace, with love, with forgiveness, with kindness. So be it. Blessings be to all. May all be blessed with goodwill and the willingness to do good. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Now lower your hands on your lap, palms up, keep your eyes closed, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just close your eyes. Imagine a golden light floating above your crown, maybe a little golden flame or a golden star. Just look at it. With your inner eye, just look at that golden light. If you don't see it, just imagine it. Just a beautiful golden flame, just floating above your head. Be aware of the love within your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to the center of your head, past your head, higher, into that golden flame. And stay there. Your entire being is inside that beautiful golden light. Your entire consciousness is that light. Be still. You are the soul, the spiritual self. Listen. Allow your awareness to just drift deeper and deeper into that golden light. Inside is an ocean of golden light, of love, of peace. Allow your soul to rest in that peace, in that love. Just be still. Om. Let go. Just be super receptive. Let's raise your frequency even more. You, the soul, are listening. Let go. You're not the body, you're not the emotion, not the thoughts. Any energies of anger and resentment in your aura and your chakras, especially in the front and back solar plexus, throat, ajna, and basic chakras, in your astral body, in your mental body, are now being shed into the salt water or into a violet fire. Just be receptive. It's being done for you. Maintain your awareness as the soul, the spiritual self. The emotional body, the mental body are just clothing that you wear. They are now being cleansed, like being taken to the cleaners. Just observe them. Any anger, resentment are like clouds. They're being washed by the brilliant light. The emotional body, the mental body, the chakras, they're being high pressure washed by brilliant, brilliant light. Just let it happen. Just let it go. Just observe. These are emotions and thoughts that you created or somebody created and attached to you. These are now being flushed out, being bleached out, if you will. Om. 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 Just be still. Om. be still and let it flow. Any sound, any noise you hear will just allow you to go deeper and deeper into the light. Just be still and let go. Gently, slowly, very gently and slowly come back to your body. Gently move your fingers, move your toes. Gently and slowly come back. As you move your fingers and your toes, these are the farthest away from your crown, right? So as you move them, it allows the soul to be pulled into the body more. All right, raise your hands. Visualize the earth in front of you. First, visualize your family. Fill them with beautiful golden light. And let it spread to all your family members and relatives and friends. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. May all of them be blessed without exception. So be it. Blessings be to all. Now be aware of your feet and the base of your spine. Project golden light down into the earth. Fill the earth with golden light. Let the entire earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it, and so it is. Let all be blessed, so it is. Alright, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. You can thank whoever you like. Personally, to my beloved and respected teacher, Master Chokha, mahaguja, mainland. Thank you all for the blessings in full faith, and so it is. Alright. I think that was quite intense. You're going to crack it up a lot. I'm improving this special sauce. We're kind of tinkering with it so that just a few seconds of it, we take off like a rocket. The whole idea here is keep raising your frequency, You know why? It's as simple as this. It's a matter of creating patterns. Like you have these records, the vinyl, which is coming back again. If you have a scratch, what happens? You have a new pattern, so the needle will now sway. It will go somewhere else. Well, in a similar manner, that's what we're doing. If during your normal meditation, you only hit this frequency, during group meditation like this, if there's a way for us to open that up and make it go higher and higher and higher, the pattern's already been set. So next time you start meditating, you start doing more meditation, this lifetime, next lifetime, whatever, it's like that opening has already been made. So it'll be more efficient, it'll be easier for you to reach those spiritual heights. Okay? So anyway, that's explaining it in technical terms. In other words, we're expanding your spiritual horizons. So stick around. Anyway, it's a longer session than normal. We'd love to hear from you. Please leave your comments. And if any of you on Instagram can figure this out, how I can read your comments, because they disappear the minute we turn it off. All right? Please leave your comments. Let us know how you feel and all that if you're still conscious. And as a quick reminder, next week, the 25th of, what month are we in? May 25, 8 p.m. California time. We'll post this and everything. We're having a Gemini full moon, which is the third of the 3 powerful full moons. All right? And a lot of you have been donating to the Love for Humanity, the one that's helping the Philippines, for that hospital that's treating so many people that got burned. Thank you. And of course, money there also goes to India, Brazil, Colombia, and other places in the world that need help. Okay, so thank you very much. Please continue doing so. As we said in the meditation, service is both giving energetically and materially. Okay, namaste. Thank you very much for allowing me